Hi folks, welcome again. I'm Divyansh and I'll be facilitating this session along with Hit Gandhi. Once again, welcome to the second round of GDSC 4-day Compose Camp event. I feel so excited to see the number of folks who are willing to learn about Android development. The speakers for today's session will be Mr. Ashish Gupta and Mr. Ritik Ronak. Let's get started and I hope that this session is worth your time. You can always unmute and ask your doubts in the chat section or you can unmute yourself. Uh, that's it. Okay, go ahead, Ritik and Ashish. Best of luck.
Yep. Thank you, Divyansh. Let me start on the screen share. Just let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
So, okay, just fine. So, hello everyone. Myself is Ritik and I'm a third year IT student at MUJ. So, today we will be learning something interesting and explore new path in the Android app development with Kotlin. So, I will be taking this session on the introduction to Kotlin. So, let's get started. Kotlin was created in 2010 by JetBrains, which is free and open source programming language.
Ritik, sorry to stop you there. Your screen is invisible now.
Okay, just
Uh, if you can please share your screen.
yes. Is it now visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, let's restart. So, talking about Kotlin, Kotlin was created in 2010 by JetBrains, which is a free and open source programming language. After that, in 2019, Google made Kotlin as preferred programming language for Android app development. Kotlin is general purpose programming language designed to fulfill interoperate with Java and JVM. Kotlin mainly targets the JVM but also be compiled to JavaScript or native code via LLVM. It comes with many cool features like null safety, coroutines. So let's check out what are the why developers use the Kotlin language. So Kotlin is a concise language as compared to the Java, and it was first created in 2010 and has almost 5.8 million developers around the world currently. So it's provide a basic functionality that is null safety, which allows the developer to check if the values assigned to the variables are nulled or is it illegal characters or not. So talking about the facts that 62% of the developer interested in developing with the Kotlin. So it's just a second. I need to. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, as compared to the Java, it takes 30% less code as compared, and time spent on the maintenance is also less in compared to the Java. And mostly nowadays, the Kotlin is the best language for developing the native Android app. So talking about the features, that is the basic, that is the less code than compared to the Java. That here you can see that the we can define the classes like person and then its variables and functions. That in the Java it has this much long code, but in as we write this same code in Kotlin, it will be like that data class person, variable string, and where age integer. So this would work all the same as this whole line of code. So another top feature is the null point exception. That is, if it's checked that without without compiling, it checks that the variable that we have declared does not have a illegal character or a null value. That is, here it is checking that the by the using of the question mark, it is using that the string variable has declared some value or not. So another feature is the Kotlin coroutines. Kotlin coroutines is the top feature of the Kotlin, where it allows to do the asynchronous programming, that is operating simultaneously actions. So now to learn and practice Kotlin, either you can download the Intel IJ IDEA or can use the online code editor like the Kotlin Playground. So we will be using Kotlin Playground for this tutorial. So let me head over to this thing. So yeah, so if I would just share this link. So yeah, so here you can see some pre-written code. So let me first run this code and then I will explain what it has printed or given. So as expected, it has printed the hello Ritik in the output box. So what we did was we had made a function by defining the keyword fun fun and the function name that is main, and then we have defined that the println. Println is a keyword for printing the statement in Kotlin. Then brackets and then question mark quotation mark, and then we have written the statement that we need to print. So this was just a simple overview how we can write a print statement. But we have another way of writing of the print statement in Kotlin. That is by using the keyword that is print. Print. Hello. So if we run this command, so this is also printing the hello. But the main difference between these two are is that in the println statement, it append a new line character that is slash n that we talk in other languages, or it gives the cursor to the another line. That is, if I remove this one, print, and then run, so it should print all the statement in the same line. That is hello Ritik, then hello. It doesn't uh, print this statement in the another line. So if we write this ln again and ln then print world. So it should print hello Ritik, hello and world. So yeah. So these are the basic keyword that is used for the printing in the Kotlin. So this was a general overview of print statement. So let head to the more fundamental things, that is how to declare a variable or how to assign them. So for doing this, we just for defining the variable in the Kotlin, we have two methods by we can define. So first one is the by using the var, the keyword var a equals to 10, then and a. So what I did was I have declared a variable that is a and has assigned the value 10 to it. So if we run this command, it has printed the value of a, that is 10. So another way of declaring a variable is by using the keyword val b equals to 20. Let's print this one. Just a second. So yeah, we have defined the variable, another variable that is b, and assigned the value 20 to that. So the main major difference between these two, var and val, is that val values cannot be reassigned. That is, if we try to reassign the value of b uh, in the further program, it would get the error. So let me try by this. E equals to 40. So yeah, it has given the error that is val cannot be reassigned. But var declared variables can be changed. So if we change that a equals to 40, I remove this 9. So yeah, it has printed the new value for the a, that is 40, and for the b it is 20. So this is the major difference between these two keywords, that is var and val. The val values cannot be reassigned in the further programming language. Further programming, that is similar as the we use the const keyword in other programming language, that is C or C++. It majorly makes the keyword variable a static, so it cannot be reassigned. So moving on forward, so let's talk about the more basic fundamentals, that is the data types. If you already know, familiar with the programming, other programming languages, you would be knowing that we need to define in data types before the declaring of the variable. That is, we need to define a data type, that is integer or string character. Like if I try to this in C, we need to define a variable by like this: int a equals to, then define the assign the value. But in Kotlin, we don't need to give a data type before this. And Kotlin supports 5 primitive data types, that are int, boolean, string, double, and float, and string. Yes. So in Kotlin, we don't need to assign a integer or data type before the variable. So if I have done this, that is a or var b equals to hello GDSC and ln ln b. So if we try to run this. So yeah, we have defined the same, we have used the same keyword, that is var, for declaring both the a and b. We don't have explicitly defined that a is an integer type or b is a string type. So here the Kotlin uses a smart cast system, that it's already knows the what type of data type you are using by checking the values that is defined to it. So it has assigned a as an integer and b as a string. So it has printed the value, that is 10, and hello GDSC for the value of b. So for define, if we want to define explicitly defining that a should be integer or b should be string, we can define by using, just let me come to this. So we can do this by using var a, then colon integer, and defining the value 10, and ln a. If we try to run, it should print the value of 10. So what here I did was I defined a variable by using the var keyword a, and defined its type, that is integer type. So if I write here a string, that is GDSC, I think so. So yeah, yes, it give the error that is mismatch. If you're to the string, that is a is declared as the integer type, and but we are passing the value as string. So this is the for defining it. We can use the string. It would given string data type to this, and it has printed the word GDSC. So yeah. So for now, if anyone has any doubt till now, you can ask in the chat box or can unmute yourself. So I think so. Till now, this is clear for everyone. So let me clear up this. Moving on forward, we use operators. That is basically it is a symbol which uses which tells the compiler or interpreter that what to do with this command. That is, if we want to print the addition, print the sum of two variable, that is a and b, to print these values sum. So we can write first we need to define that is what a equals to 10 and var b equals to 20, and then we can do that as print ln a plus b. So here it is printed the value 30. That is the sum of a and b. So what here the symbol plus symbol denotes is that it is an arithmetic operator which tells the compiler that we need to add both of the values of this, that is a and b value, that is 10 plus 20 equals to 30. So we have, apart from this addition, we have all the other data operators, that is minus that is plus, minus, multiply, that is product, divide, and modulus. So these are pretty much similar and same all over the programming, other programming languages. So So moving on forward with the conditional statements. So conditional statements are written when we need to execute a set of instruction or code when it is fulfilling the some criteria, that is checking the condition. If it turns true, then we need to print that or execute that statement. For most of the case, we uses the statement that is if statement. So so for the if statement in the Kotlin, this is same as for other language, that is if condition and then that is brackets and then state statement. So this is the basic this is the basic syntax of the if statement, and for the else part also else part, that is this, and then here comes the statement. So this is the basic and pretty much same all over the programming languages. So let's just write a program for printing the value that is greater between two variables. So let me commit this, and so first question is this, and the largest number between two. The largest among two numbers. So yeah, so the program would be, let us define where a equals to 22, where b equals to 32, and if a is smaller than b, then A smaller than B, print B. Else, if we should write this statement also for checking if both are equal or not, then both both are equal. Else, print A. Let us execute this. Okay, this is given some error. So yeah, we have executed this code that is for the printing the largest among the two numbers. That is for we have defined a variable a that is with the value 22 and b with the value 32. And so it checked the value of a and b for this condition and it comes out to be false. So it moves on to the second statement that is else if is it a equals to b, that is a value is equals to b, so this is also false. So for the last condition that is else part it printed that this one, or for in this condition it is check this value that is a is smaller than b, definitely 22 is smaller than 32, that it has executed this one that is print b. So if we make this to 22 as well, it should print that both are equal. And if we executed this, so it should print 25. Yeah. So this is the pretty much overview of the if statement, if conditional statement. So moving on forward, we would be conducting a quiz that Ashish would be taking. So over to you, Ashish.
Hello, am I audible?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, guys. So like, let's make this session more active, and so you guys can check this out. This link within Slido and put this QR code or scan this QR code. Okay, so just go and do it in slido.com and put this number 2762478, or you can scan this QR code. This is a trivia quiz. Just a second. Uh, yeah, just do it. Hmm. Guys, you can join it.
Guys, please join the quiz. It is for yours only.
Hello. Yeah, you guys can join it. Okay, so let's start the quiz. So yeah, Google's official programming language for Android app development is
Just now I tell the answer session.
so it's Kotlin. 100% of you guys are right. So let's check out
Oh, nice.
leaderboard. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So next question. Here it comes. Features of Jetpack Compose: less code, intuitive, powerful, and all of the above. So let's see how many of you are right in this question. Okay, so
I think so.
oh, 33 and 67, not bad.
Okay.
So let's see the correct answer, and the correct answer is all of the above. These are the top feature of the Jetpack Compose, in which you have to do less code as compared to Java and any other language, and it is intuitive and it is very powerful, by which you can build multiple types of apps using the same code. So here it comes the leaderboard. Okay, Aditya and Saurabh and Vasu. Okay, good enough. 10 seconds,
Nice.
17, 20, 31, and 9 seconds. Good enough. So keyword of printing statement in Kotlin, and most, and Ritik has also told you in the last minute. There are two types of it: echo, println, cout. So let's see how many of you were in
Echo.
competitive coding and okay. All done. Oh, nice. All of you were correct. Println. Nice one.
Nice one.
Aditya, Saurabh. Okay. Whoa, Saurabh. Nice.
Competition. Nice.
Then keyword for defining function in Kotlin is function, func, and func. This question
Just
was
now I
told in
have
last
defined a
session
function.
as well. So let yeah,
Yes.
multiple times. So let's how you were right. Oh, okay. So Saurav, take time. Saurav, oh, Sahil. Okay, enough. Nice. So next question. Keyword for defining variable in Kotlin. This question was told in this session and previous session as well. So let's see. Where variable ending. So let's continue. So taking a lot of time than expected. And so leaderboard again.
We are net issue.
The community organization
Ashish, I think it's your net issue.
uh,
Just
Let me try it by turning off my camera.
net issue हो रहा है शायद से ना।
Hmm. Okay, just a second. Yeah, so अभी तो stable हुआ?
हाँ अभी ठीक।
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so here it comes the leaderboard. So okay, I've Netpack community organized focus on how to build Oktoberfest. Okay, so the right answer is Compose Camp. So congratulations, Aditya, you won the. And Vasti take a bit longer time, and then Aditya and Saurav a bit more, and Sahil Mahajan take about 53 seconds. Okay, good enough. Hardest quiz. Okay, last one.
I'm
Feature
impressed
of the
that
Compose
many
Camp,
of
which is
you
all of
has
the above
answered the correct options. So nice.
correct option. Okay, so good enough. Now I would like to invite Ritik to continue this session.
Yep.
Over to you, Ritik.
Thank you. Just a second. So yeah, let me share. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, it's visible.
So, yeah. So this was all much of the conditional statement for the if else and condition. So moving on forward, we are in C programming or C++, we are pretty much using the other conditional statement, that is switch. But in Kotlin, the switch keyword is not defined. That is, in other case, it is like when. So switch is converted to when keyword. So it is highlighting that it is a keyword in the orange line. So yeah. So it is same as we define in switch. So let me do the same question, that is printing if, just a second, I'm writing the question. Print hello GDSC if a is equals to 5. So let us do this one. So let me define the variable, that is a equals to 1 first of all, and then bracket a and curly braces and one defined print hello 5 defined and hello GDSC, and if not, then it is else fine and print unknown. Yeah. So let me run this and then I would explain. So yeah. So here what we did is that we have defined a variable a equals to 1, and then we are using the when conditional statement. That is, when a value is equals to 1, it would execute this code block, that is print hello. And if the a value is equal to 5, then it would print this, execute this code block, that is print hello GDSC. If none of the value are matching, then it would execute this statement, that is else condition. So in other language, it is here, it is default condition, that is default this one if and no value is matched. So here what is done is, we define the case that we are matching for. That is, if the value of a is equals to 1, then sorry, this is the arrow operator, then the curly braces, and then we write the code block. So if we change the value to 5, then execute, then it print the hello GDSC. So and if I write the value of 6, so it should print unknown. So in this condition, it executed that if a value is equals to 1, so no, a is not equals to 1, then it moves on forward. That is, it checks a value is equals to 5. That is also not true. Then the last condition that it has is the else condition. So it has printed unknown. So if we define here 6 and define a code block that is print value of a is 6. So it should print that value of a is 6. So yeah. So in if statement, we need to provide the expression for checking that it is matching the condition or not. That is, in if condition, we are using if a is equals to 5, then executing this code block that is print hello. So in if condition, we are writing this code that is if a equals to 5, then hello GDSC. For but in the when, we are just like declaring that if a is equals to 5, then execute this one. So we need not to give this condition that is a sorry this extra equals this is equals to we are not providing this in the when statement. So moving on forward to the arrays. So uh, does anyone have any doubt for this conditional statement or previously explained topics? Because we are moving on the arrays, that would be some long.
इनपुट कैसे लेंगे?
क्या
इनपुट अगर लेना हो तो कैसे लेंगे?
अभी आगे करते हैं उसका भी. अभी हम केवल ये कर रहे हैं कि प्री डिफाइंड वाली चीजें. So just a second. Yeah. So yeah, moving on to arrays. So in general terms of programming language, arrays only store one type of the data. That is, if we defined an array, it should store the only the data type, that is integer or string value or character value. But this is not the case in the Kotlin. We can define a array which can hold the multiple data types, that is integer, string, float, and other Boolean character. So let me show the example. Yeah. Let me define an array. Let us make an array with name, age, and CG. Yeah. So yeah. For defining the array, we have the keyword that is array, caps O, and then F, and then we can define directly the value that is take 20 and 9.5. So yeah, we have defined the array. That is, it contains the string value, that is this one. It is a string data type. And here we have defined 20. The age has an um, integer data type, and the CJP has float data types or double data type. So yeah, Kotlin supports multiple data types in a single array. So in order to assess or print these values, that is Ritik 20 or 9 CJPA, we need to assign this to a variable. So let us define a variable that is var x equals to, then this. We have defined the x as an array of containing values that is Ritik 20 and 9.5. So yeah, for printing, we can simply write print and, and x, and then writing the index that is square brackets, this. So it should print the value at the index 0 that is Ritik, and if you want to print the age, then print ln x 1 and ln, sorry, this is x. So yeah, it should print the values that are defined in the data type, that is the take 20 and 9.5. So this is the pretty much that, and in Kotlin we can store a multiple data type of array in a single. So if we want to restrict that x should be an only integer data type, so we can define this, or let me make another array that is z equals to int. We have the keyword that is int array of 1, comma 2, comma 3. We print that is set 0 copy paste. One line. Yeah. So yeah, we have defined a z variable with containing the integer array that is only contains the integer values, that is 1, 2, 3. So if we try here to give an string value that is this, or it is, it should give an error that is mismatch, that is it is an string type. So yeah, if we want to have an array with multiple data types, we can use this keyword that is array of. And if we want to restrict to some particularly data type, that is we can use the int array of, or we have the other that is for double, that is double array of. Or for string, we have string array of, then bracket there. So these are the keywords for defining a particularly set of data type array values. So, yeah. So let me clear up this one. So moving on forward, for executing multiple statements, same statement, we have to write these like println, println, and println. Like if I want to print my name for 5 times, I have to like do this, this. So it should print my name for the 5 times. But this is waste of code line. That is, we are obviously doing nothing but copying these values. So for these, we can use the keyword that is repeat and give the value 5 brackets, then we execute the statement that we need to. It should print the code, no, execute the code 5 times. That is println Ritik 5 times. That it is showing. Okay. So, so for executing multiple statements, when we can use the print statement that are used, then we need to perform repeating executing statements. So yeah, for this, let's move on to the for conditional statement. For sorry, for loops. So yeah, moving on to for loops. So for loops are commonly used in the programming languages for printing the trees or star shape pyramids and other things. For Kotlin, it is pretty much same as the other languages. So for defining the for loop, we have the same keyword, that is for, and then we can define the operator, that is I. Here I is the counter variable, and in. So let me give. And then we define the range, that is 0 to 2, then brackets, and so if we first print this, hello, should. So yeah, so we have executed a for loop, that is for I in 0 to 2. So it has printed the statement, that is 0, 1, and 2. So what it did was that I value is for the first time executing, the value of I becomes 0, and then it execute this statement, that is println, and then it has printed this 0, and the value of I incremented by the 1, and the I value becomes 1, and it checks the condition, that is I is in the range of 0 to 2, that is true, 1 is between the range of 0 and 2. So it executed this statement, and the value of I becomes I plus 1, that is 1 plus 1, 2. So it again check the value, that is if I exists in this range, that is I exists in 2, between 0 and 2. So it execute this statement again, and for the last time the I value become 3. So it again checks the condition, that is I is between the range of 0 to 2, but not but this time the I value is not in the range of 0 to 2, so it falls out of the bound. So for just this so let me define an array A equals to array array of uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I print this, print a value I, so it should print the whole set of. So yeah, let me increase the so it should print the whole. Mm, yeah, so it is giving me some. Yeah, we are running out of the. So yeah, we have only the 0 to 5 range, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here we have printed the all the values of the array, that is value of the a variable. So yep. For next moving, anyone have doubt on this code, that is for loop? Other things, that is for loop with increasing of the 2, like we do in the other programming languages, that is I plus 2, that for, let me write this, like for another we use the statement I equals to 0, I less than n, and I equals to I plus 2. So for doing this, we need to use step 2. This is the keyword that is defined for incrementing the counter variable, that is I. So it is used as the increasing what amount of number we should increase. So just a second, I'm reverting back to the PPT. So yeah, so here, this was the basic overview of the printing the statement, and here it is the defining the declaring the variable, that is var, color, string, or other things. So the data types that are supported in this are integer, double, boolean, char, and string. So this one is not loading up. So here is the if statement, that is if mobile data on is true, then mobile data is on printing, and println mobile data is off if the value of mobile data on is false. So when statement when keyword is used, so it check whether the task value is equals to GPS. So when the value of task is GPS, then it should print this statement, that is turn on the GPS. It's actually it is storing the value that is given by the GPS. This when statement, that is it is storing in the result variable, and then we are printing the result. So, so yeah, after this, yeah. So let me for yeah. So yes, uh, for the loops that we can here you can see for if we want to skip or print only the odd values between 1 to 15, then we can use this step keyword, that is step 2. So it is printing 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 11, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So if we want to reverse the sequence, that is that we use I minus minus or minus minus I, we can reverse the range, that is for 21 to 9, that is down to, and step 2, that is printing 21, 19, 17, and 15. So these are the keywords that we use in the Kotlin for using in the for loop. So yep, let me move forward to function part. So basically from the beginning we are using the main function, that is main. It is pretty much similar in other programming language, that the execution of the program starts from the main function, and we define the function with the help of the keyword, that is fun, fun. So if we need to make a function that prints out the or give us the sum of the two variable, that is we can use this by make a function for calculating sum of two numbers. So, yeah. So we can do this by using the keyword, that is fun, then add num, and can pass the variables, that is pretty much same in other programming languages, int, and can find println a plus b. So this is the function that we have defined, that is function add numbers, and we are passing the we are getting the values, that is storing integer type of a and b. So I have explicitly defined that the value of the a and b would be integer. So here we can also write a comma b, so it would not give an error. So in the main program we can write, that is var a equals to 10 and where b equals to 20. For calling the function, we write the command, that is add num, and passing the values a and b. Pretty much it should print the value. So here what we did was we have defined the variable, that is a, and variable b, and then passed that variable a and b to the function that we have defined, that is add num, and we are printing the a plus b. So here we can also pass just a value. So if we want to pass just a value, so here we can also pass just a value, that is 40. 10 plus 30 is 40. So this is the basic and very small part or introduction to the Kotlin part. So just a second, there was a doubt, that is how to take an input. So let me show that. So for taking the input, we need to first define a variable where we need to store the value, that is read this and read line. I think this would work. So yeah, so actually it does not एक मिनट अगर मैं कर दूं इसे, तो so यहाँ पे नो, ये यहाँ पे को प्लेग्राउंड में, कॉटलिन प्लेग्राउंड में ये ऐसे डायरेक्टली रन नहीं हो रहा. सो या तो नेक्स्ट टाइम जब हम एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो या उस पर काम करेंगे, देन उसमें हम लोग ऐप में ही इनपुट लेना है वो सब करेंगे, तो उस समय हम कर सकते हैं. या तो मैं वैसे उसका कोड स्निपेट बता दूंगा, भेज दूंगा ग्रुप पे, तो आप एक बार ट्राई कर सकते हैं इंटेल आइडिया जे पे या किसी भी अदर एडिटर पे. तो और किसी को कोई डाउट है क्या ये फंक्शन?
अगर आप में से किसी को भी कोई डाउट है तो आप चैट सेक्शन में पूछ सकते हैं या व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे डाल सकते हैं, हम इसका रिप्लाई करेंगे फॉर श्योर.
आई थिंक सो डाउट नहीं है. मैं उसका कोड स्निपेट में ग्रुप पे भेज देता हूँ, वो आप एक बार ट्राई कर लेना. बाकी या तो अगर कहीं दूसरे ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर में रन होता है तो मैं उसका भी भेज दूंगा स्क्रीनशॉट.
Okay guys, so thank you everyone for attending the session. In the upcoming session you will be learning how to make app using more libraries using Jetpack Compose, and stay tuned and keep learning. And if you guys have any doubts, so let us know, or else you can leave. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.